Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the 31st episode of New Brew. Let me welcome in our panel for tonight. We have miscellaneous brew reviews.
Cheers.
Alex, the Beer Master.
Cheers, everybody.
Beer Man.
Cheers.
Beer Man.
Thomas, Metal 75.
Hello.
East Coast LQ Reviews.
Cheers, guys.
Myself, BuMpY wrote. Cheers to our esteemed chat as well. We have BLB. So much, Jake. I think I may have said it right. Close to it, anyways. So much, Jake.
Yeah.
Cheers and welcome.
I think so.
Well, let's just dive right into this. Let's get Miscellaneous up here so he can show us the new brew that he's bringing and take us on the venture from what it is to how it tastes.
All right. Cheers, everybody. I've got a product here from Doral, Florida. This is from Tripping Animals. This is their Lion 25 Stare. This is a double IPA with Nelson Sauvin, Mosaic, and Cashmere hops. Comes in at 8.5%. Unfortunately, canned on 3/16/22. So we got a 4-month-old beer here, boys. It's weird. Like I said, I was saying this right before the show. They just put this stuff out on the shelf, right? And it's already dated. This place is like 2.5 hours south.
Damn it.
What's going on?
Anyway.
It does have a pretty cool can art though. Got the lizard shredding the skateboard. I think there's some mushrooms there.
What's the ABV on it?
8.5%.
Okay. Should be okay, I guess.
Yeah. All right, let's not. I forgot streamline. Well, I don't see any big chunks. It's usually a good sign. A little aggressive. Can stop there. That looks pretty damn good. Yeah. It's orange, tight knit, foamy, one finger head. Ooh. On the nose, light tropical, little earthy, citrusy. Almost do get that white grape type of deal. Smells pretty mellow, juicy, balanced. Cheers.
Nice. Looks good.
Cheers.
Paul Roach.
It's not bad. I mean, as in, it's not bad for being 4 months old. Everybody boo that man. Boo him. Boo.
Wow. Sorry. No, wait a minute. No, sorry, John.
Anyways, yeah, it's got a nice, like, piney, earthy, resiny thing. It does have a nice malt backbone to it. It's got a little sweetness. Good mouthfeel, I'd say. Medium, maybe a medium heavy. Carbonation's a little bit higher than medium. It's pretty good. Spritzy, refreshing. 8.5%, no booze really present. Yeah. There's a nice breadiness to it too. I don't know, maybe some wheat malt, some wheat in there. Nice hazy. Cheers, guys. Not bad.
Cheers.
4 months old.
Cheers, bro.
All right.
I got lucky.
Cheers. All right. We're going to bring up Alex next. Thank you, Miscellaneous.
What's up, everybody? Today, this is a beer I've been waiting to try. I just got it just the other day. It is Rocket Pops. Rocket Pops from Modified Brewing.
Magnify.
Yeah, magnify. Yeah, not modify. Magnify. So, yeah, from New Jersey. It has great can art. I saw this and it looks delicious. Didn't try it yet at all. Hoping to find the other one from the legendary Tanner's neck of the woods and check it out. Well, whatever that beer was. I think it was what's it called? Drecker. Yeah, Drecker. Yeah. Or not Drecker. 450 North.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Let's pour this up, shall we?
Jeez, man.
Think
What do you
I
got?
think
What
you shall.
color do you guys think it is? Red?
Could be. Well, oh shit.
Oh, that is not red.
Oh, that
Hey,
looked like,
it's a drinking game now.
It's
Every
not
time
red.
Alex says shit, you got to drink.
that looked like Colgate.
Oh, that looked cool. That's what I was
Like
hoping
Colgate?
that looked like.
It's blue.
Crest.
Milky blue.
Oh my
Maybe
god.
they
you're
didn't
right.
take care of those cans. It did hop out of there.
I hate when that happens to me.
No.
Dude, I did that with a Brett. I had a big bottle
No,
popped.
I'll get some stuff and I'll wipe it down in a minute.
Ooh, that looks
Man,
good.
that smells like an actual.
I was not expecting that.
No, I wasn't expecting it either.
I meant the blue.
That really does smell like it does smell like a raspberry. It's a raspberry. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. It just was ready to explode, and that was the end of that. Yeah, it's a raspberry rocket pop. It does smell fruity like a raspberry rocket pop. Smells sweet. No head at all. It had a head for a few seconds, but that's it. Let's see what this tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
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 Cheers, Alex. That beer has ice cream in it, supposedly.
There's no ice cream in that damn beer.
Oh,
On
yeah.
the website, it says,
There's not even ice cream in the Rocket Pops themselves.
I don't know why. It says blue raspberry rock pop, on vanilla ice cream and blue raspberry.
Does it taste like either of those?
This is very creamy.
Or
Just not in a good mood because of all this crap in my way. In the front of this, exploding like this. Very creamy.
Came out like a rocket.
Yeah, does taste like a raspberry bomb pop or a bomb rocket pops.
Rocket pops up, baby. Sounds like a kid.
Yeah, that is a very thick. Kind of reminds me of a Drecker. It's a little bit, but it's not that thick, but it's kind of has that thickness a little bit. So happy I didn't explode on my computer. I would be really. So far, this is very tasty, very delicious. That's all I'm tasting. Tastes a little bit of vanilla, maybe, but it has a lot more. It has a lot of sweetness, a lot of creaminess, thickness, and like I said, it does have that vanilla taste. I'm really liking this. Hoping I'll give it a high rating once I clean this mess up, and I'll continue to sip on it and see what it's all about. And you know why I think it exploded? Because I think it was filled up into the brim. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Get your money's worth.
Yeah. So, well, I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna give the rating and stuff like that next time around. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Alex. Thank you.
Cheers, Alex.
Legendary.
Beer man. Hey, all right. So I got one from using hops from the Southern Hemisphere, from Finru's side of town there, where it's stormy. This one's called Via Beer, or Via, and it's from Clackamas, Oregon. It's called Let It Happen. Southern Hem IPA with Motueka, Galaxy, and New Zealand Cascade. It's a 6.5% ABV with no IBUs listed. It's a date at canned 4/14, so it's 3 months old. We'll see how this one flies. I'm glad yours worked, Mr. Lennis. Hope mine does. Definitely a clear beer, Westie style. Oh my God, I have a leak too. Jeez, it came out the side of my glass. Yeah. So hold on. Give it a stop. That didn't work. All right, so we got a nice golden color here, golden light honey, middle finger head, middle fruit head.
Middle finger head.
It's a white head. It's kind of creamy and rocky on the top, kind of silky on the sides. Already relieving some lacing, a little mustache there. Let's go ahead and drink this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, beer man.
I didn't smell it. Damn it. Okay, grapefruit. Grapefruit's big in this. Grapefruit rind in the finish. It's a medium body in the taste. I'll just kind of smell and taste at the same time. I've been off for 4 days. Come on. Yeah, so grapefruit lemon, more of a grapefruit rind kind of bitterness in the back. A nice hoppy bitterness though. Pretty balanced. Kind of a crispy, somewhat crispy kind of mouthfeel. Yeah. It's good. It's nice and cool. It's got hot weather beer. It's really nice. I like this. It's still good. I'm glad. It's got a bit of an earthy kind of thing going too. It's a little earthy. It's nice and cold right now. It's about 45 degrees. Feels really good in my throat. It's really tasty. It's kind of sour. It's got a bit of a sour. It's not really sweet. It's more of a sour bitter, but not. It does dry off at the back. It does leave a little bit of sweetness through the mouth. It's really nice. I like it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, bro.
Right on.
Salud.
Our beers are working out. That's great.
Ah.
Nice.
Always good.
All right. Alex is still cleaning up. As you can see right there.
His Colgate.
All right.
It's Colgate.
Sorry.
Oh my dear Lord. Hello. Thank you for stopping by the Bumpy Road channel on YouTube. Yeah. I'm gonna get minimally crazy. Crazy as far as I don't drink this stuff, but I had a good experience the other day, so I'm like, let me explore when I see something that looks interesting. And I was on Last Beer's channel, and this brewery name came up. So when I saw it at the store earlier this evening, I had to buy it. It's called Smofy. From the Brewing Project. Smofy. It's a Imperial at 6.94, but it does say Imperial Sour with the raspberry, blueberry, guava, and a banana. No dating as far as I know, even on the 4-pack that I got. It must have been $21 or $22 for the 4-pack. Yeah, 6.94. And this is brewed and canned by Eau Claire Brewing Project, EB of the Brewing Project in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. All right.
Clear?
Something like that, right? Well, mine didn't explode everywhere. I did do a little roll beforehand, so we'll see if that does.
I've had that beer.
See if that does anything.
Yeah, I've had it.
Tanner had
Whoa, I'm seeing sediment already from something. What in the Sam hell am I getting myself into? I have no idea.
Looks like caramel.
Yeah, it does.
Well, let's stop there for the interim. Take a look at the build. This is definitely a reddish kind of a color.
I was going to say
Like.
pumpkin puree.
It does have some of that mahogany
Pumpkin or
green. I'll
carrot
give you
juice
that.
or pumpkin, yeah.
It surges like a Guinness would, almost, in a way. And you can see some bits of pieces of, I don't know if that's actual fruit, I would assume. One finger head. Yeah, kind of a poppy, fizzy, kind of a small, bubble-ish looking head. It looks like it's going to stick around and lace the glass like these fruited sours, these heavily fruited sours seem to. It's going to be a bad tomorrow. Oh, with Alex's computer maybe, or desk maybe. So it smells. There's a huge banana guava note to that. I'm almost getting a pineapple-y kind of a note when it all comes together. Some lactose is in there. Some vanilla notes are in here. There's definitely I'm getting something that's kind of on the vinegary sour note side too. Very artificial smelling. I mean, it does really smell like real fruit, so I can't really say artificial, but it doesn't smell like any beer styles you've ever had until you get one of these fruited sours like that. Smells pretty thick and viscous. Let's get right into it. Cheers.
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 This one almost started with a bubble gummy sweetness. Interesting. Definitely get the guava next, and the I keep saying pineapple, the guava, and then there's a pineapple sweetness underlining all of that. I would say it's a medium plus on the mouthfeel. It's not the thickest one I've ever had of these styles. It's can you really discern actual carbonation? A little bit, not much. It's sort of crisp, I guess. Is it clean? I go with semi-dry for what it actually is. I think there is some cleanliness to it, but I'm getting that banana runt or kind of a bubblegummy aspect kind of lingering in the background. And it's pretty refreshing for what it is. I'm not really detecting a bunch of the 6.94%. I am getting, this is one of the beers in this whole sour, heavily fruited sour range, for me at least. It's one of the only ones that I've had so far that actually does have discernible sour tartness to it, and not just the fruit pulp smoothie kind of an aspect to it. So if you see this and it says sour, this one's not super sour, but it's not joking. It does have a high level of tartness to it, and it's already screwing up the glass with its thick pulpiness to it. So yeah, very interesting. We'll come back around. We'll see where I'm at with the beer and go from there. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, Eric. Tanner's coming up next. Tanner blew it again, no glasses.
Oh shit.
JC says, howdy, folks. I was just letting Ridge know that on Tanner's channel there on Wednesday, we are going to be doing the Equilibrium Brewery.
Oh, legendary Richopoulos. Yeah, get the news on with that. Just go to his channel. Yes, but we'll do some shout outs at the end. What's up there, legendary Richopoulos? Appreciate you.
Oh, cheers.
Eric.
Now, without further ado, let's bring up East Coast LQ.
So, guys, all right. So this is a collab with Dogfish Head and Trillium. This is their True Action IPA. 6.5% alcohol by volume. It says style, continually dry hopped India Pale Ale. What's inside? It says a small batch collaboration with our pals at Trillium. True Action is a hazy IPA, continually dry hopped with an iconic blend of hops for maximum juicy flavor and notes of mango, pineapple, and candied citrus. Brewed and canned by Dogfish Head Craft Brewery, Milton, DE. Is that Delaware?
Delaware.
Sure is.
And Branningsville, Pennsylvania, Cincinnati, Ohio, in collaboration with the Boston Beer Company. Anything else on here? Oh, it says Best Buy December 2022. So we still got some good life to this. Which, if this was canned, I think they put like 6-month shelf life on their IPAs. But yeah, let's crack this open. I got my Spiegel glass. I actually got the same beer glass as Beer Man today.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't drop it.
Yeah, they're very thin. Very thin and light.
I'm gonna have to find that legendary Tanner. Trillium and Dogfish Head. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah. So it's not it's definitely got a little bit of a haze, but it's not super hazy like I'm used to with the New England IPAs over here. Lots of effervescence, though. Is that my phone? Turn the sound mode on. Sorry about that. All right. So, yeah, there's a decent amount of effervescence. Definitely a white 2.5 finger tight knit head. Lots of little bubbles. Hold some good retention. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's just not super hazy like most of the New Englands that I've had recently. But aroma on this is actually a nice caramel malt and biscuity bready notes. Pineapple super prominent. Orange and grapefruit. Maybe a little guava. There's another nice sweet fruit note in there. Pineapple definitely standing out the most. A little bit of some hop resin. A little bit of an acidity. So pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I think what I noticed for the most part is the maltiness in this. But yeah, let's dive into it. It's creating a nice lacing on the glass already. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Tanner.
It's pretty good. It's a little bit on the thinner side. I'd say it's just getting towards medium body. Definitely a little bit thinner, a little bit more crisp, refreshing. It's maybe citrus. I guess I could see that. And then definitely like grapefruit, hop resin, a little bit of a bitterness. Definitely pineapple. This beer is super pineapple forward. Something else in there too. Some breadiness is there as well. That caramel malt sweetness. There's another fruit note in there. Can't really put my finger on, but it's good. As far as the New England IPA, like I said, it's a little bit on the thinner side. Carbonation is actually pretty crisp. It's got like a medium to high, slightly prickly carbonation. I like it. Yeah, it's a good beer. As far as like a hazy IPA, this is kind of like what I consider like hazy first started getting popular. That's what it kind of reminds me of. A little bit more of that malt backbone to it. Not like super juicy, tropical, creamy, pillowy, soft mouthfeel, but like just like on the edge of New England / the West Coast style. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a pretty good brew. I think it was $16 for a 4-pack. In my opinion, I'd probably pick something else up, but I would recommend it to people. Next time around, I'll have a rating and possibly some flavor notes. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers, man.
Let's take everything right now for Fenrir, who's asking about craft beer for us. Yeah, everything fine with him. He's good. He's just not on the YouTubes all that often anymore. So. But everything is a-okay. Everybody's alive. So
Legendary Brandon's good because I talked to him last night myself. So he's good, the Legendary Brandon. Appreciate you, BuMpY.
That's right. No EQ for Beer Man. So Ridge, if you can ship him out some EQ. Thank you.
EQ, what the hell? Oh, you're talking.
I would appreciate it.
Hello, Dan from FLX.
What's up there, Legendary Dan? Appreciate you.
I'm about to show you guys something that's going to blow your mind. Hey,
Hello.
What's up
There you go.
Very good.
Timing is perfect on that, Mr. C.
Yeah, that's gonna use shower.
There you go. Bring out the lurkers. Thank you, Mark. My new brew is a collaboration between Smog City Brewing Company. They're out of California, and Moonlight Meadery, which is out of New Hampshire. This one's called Buzzworthy. It is a bourbon barrel aged imperial honey stout.
Nice.
It comes in at 12.9% ABV.
And it's got
On the
wax.
back here, it says Buzzworthy is a bourbon barrel aged honey stout brewed with over 600 pounds of honey. This collaboration began as a phone call to a man in a duck blind, leading to the discovery of a zombies and barreling down on an idea, proving what a brewer and a mead maker can create when putting their minds together. So it's hard to read that because of the funky writing and that it was just kind of dark on my side
Yeah.
and small. But let's go ahead. I pre-cut the gold wax.
I'm really interested to see about this because I've seen.
I'm
this
interested to see about it too because I've never had it. So we'll see.
This one, I think I've seen a couple places, and I was like, it was a little spendy too.
Yeah, I've seen this hanging around. I haven't bought it. When I finally was like looking around, like, okay, when I'm doing my new brew, I just want to get like a single bottle of something. I don't want to bring like a 4-pack and sit there for an entire week and not drink anything from the 4-pack because I do that to myself all the time. So sometimes it's easier just to have a single bottle that you can tuck away and not worry about.
Get it, BuMpY.
All right, we got it. Took the whole cap right off. It's stuck. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Great nose out of the bottle, let me tell you.
I'll have to try to find that. Let's see.
If that first whiff just carries through and the flavors
No,
and
you
stuff
won't.
like this, miscellaneous,
Whoa!
pick it up.
That's a nice. Whoa! Woo! That head was building.
You know me, I'll find
I've
anything.
got a little bit left, just a tad bit left in the bottle, but we have a kind of whatever. I'm not even gonna go with it's got this marshmallowy, foamy kind of look to it, the head, and it is a chocolatey kind of mocha-esque head, dark khaki, whatever.
Yeah, it looks good.
The beer itself, it's got some nice, beautiful mahogany red lights coming through on the bottom. It's like tail lights on a highway, kind of. So the aromas. Okay, here we go. It's like s'mores. It's like melted chocolate and marshmallow, melted marshmallow mixed together. Because you get that vanilla note, you get that bourbon. There's that honey, the honey note in there. Graham crackers, almost like honey grams with chocolate and melted marshmallow. This is a very decadent smelling, very sweet.
Smells good.
This smells awesome.
It tastes good though.
Let's see if it tastes good. This has the smell like it's gonna be thick. Like I said, it's like melted chocolate and melted marshmallow smell, pretty much.
See what it
Because
does.
it's just the way that it combined, the way that the chocolate and this kind of vanilla note and the honey and everything just combines. Wow. All right. Cheers.
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 Salud.
Looks like a drink then.
It's actually not a thick body. It's kind of medium. It goes down. So like a medium body, kind of a lower side medium carbonation to it. It's got some, surprisingly, some coffee notes in there. There is a chocolate. There's like a dark fruit. Can't really tell what the dark fruit is, but there's a dark fruit. I think it's kind of leaning towards cherry. A little bit of an oakiness. There's an alcohol note in there. So you get kind of that bourbon barrel aging thing. There is an alcohol presence, but somehow it works. It's definitely not as sweet as the aromas. The aromas were leading me to believe this was going to be super sweet. It's got kind of like an acridness to it. A little bit of that kind of darker roast, like if you had like a night blend coffee, dark chocolate. So it's not as sweet of a chocolate on the palate. The honey doesn't really show up all that much either on the palate. I think it was kind of showing up in the nose. Might be a touch of tobacco in there. Touch of tobacco, and it's either like a black cherry, but it also tastes a bit like plum. But that's what alcohol hits too, right there with the kind of dark fruits. That's when you get that alcohol hit. So, yeah, I would say the aromatics on this were very inviting, and wow, I was like, and it's a different beast on the palate. It sure is. So I'll have a score when we get down to the brass tacks of everything. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to see where I'm going to score this too, because I don't even know. We'll start putting down numbers and stuff when I do it. We'll see where it ends up. I can't tell you that this is like a world class or anything like that. I don't think it is, just based off the flavors. But it's not disgusting either. So let's go ahead and get everybody gathered up together in a big old clusterfuck, so we can all just kind of chit chat a little bit and talk about whatever. You can talk more about your beers. You can talk about how your day went. You can talk about whatever, but it's just
free for all.
Oh. Man,
All I've got to say is that this beer is very tasty, and
It looks good, Alex.
oh yeah, it's delicious.
And it's messy.
My beer was the one that I had from 450.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find that and maybe do an examination on both of them if I can find it before. I mean, I only have this month and next month to grab those beers, and after that, they're gone until next year. So, as you know. So yeah, but my day went well. Other than this explosion of delicious beer, I mean, it's a bomb pop. What do you expect? Beyond that, my day went well.
It's all good, Alex. It happens to everybody. It's so
Yeah,
It does.
I did that with that Jay Wakefield beer. One of them I had. I was super. I think it was like I paid like $7 for the can. And I went to open it and it just started pouring all over me. So I've had that.
It's a good thing I had a table, because otherwise my computer would be all destroyed and wet. And Jesus.
Put it in a bag of rice.
One full of
man.
Kev.
Do you guys remember the American Beauty by Dogfish Head?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
The Grateful Dead one.
yeah.
That's
the
kind
one
of
with,
like this.
Kind of reminds me of. Did you
It's terrible.
I didn't like
Whoa.
it either.
yeah, it's
Terrible.
It's got a slight similarity to
This
that.
is
It's because they use more oats and stuff in it, trying to make it more like a New England IPA.
Is there
Yeah.
also oats in this too, Legendary Tanner? Because it is very creamy. It has the ice cream vibe and the milkshake vibe.
They use ice cream.
Ice cream in it.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
American Beauty one, that was real crackery, pilsnery, like
Ice cream.
weird,
Yeah, I didn't like that.
bitter.
I mean, it tastes like a raspberry.
Yeah, it tasted like dirty hippies.
This is pushing it, man.
Never tasted a dirty hippie.
Yeah.
They love
This
their
is
heavily fruited
Good
sours.
Westie, Westie right here, though. Good Westie.
Oh, it's this is a 5%. I forgot to say that. 5.0%. Wow. I thought that was going to be a strong one, but I guess not.
Cheers, Shipbird Gaming.
Hey,
Yeah.
How'd you do on your Omegle there? So you,
Oh, is
you
he trolling
painted up your
people he
face
meets
and
on
did an
Omegle?
Omegle roll.
Good God.
He was making a sick ass knife the other day or yesterday. Oh my God,
Oh, yeah.
that looked cool.
They can be full of it.
Yeah, the cool thing is too, you don't see many people doing that shit.
Whoa.
Like the forging.
Mm-hmm.
These heavily fruited sours are messy ass beers.
When they want to explode, they are messy.
Right. I mean, I like this one. This one's all right. At least in the heavily fruited sour game, they didn't forget the word sour. I mean, it's not like knock your head up. But at least it has a pretty moderate tartness to it in the background. That could be the combination of the guava with the it could be a lot of that guava kind of lending itself to that very tart flavor, and bananas right there. So if you think of the traditional sense, when you're watching some guy on YouTube reviewing a beer, people are joking around, does it taste like banana? No, this has that banana runt candy aspect at the end of the beer, and I don't know if it's the blueberry and the raspberry that combined maybe with that banana that give it for a slight second when you take it in a pink bubblegum sort of a flavor too. I suppose this could be kind of a dangerous beer because kind of like with your mixed cocktails, you get those big long drinks at the concert or in like I don't know, in New Orleans or something, or you're on the beach and you don't even realize it's got alcohol in it, right? It could be dangerous beers, so watch out. But this one's okay. Not too shabby. Not my style, but I'm starting to appreciate them slowly over time, I think.
I haven't found one that had the banana note in it that was prominent enough for me to be like, wow, this is amazing. Like the one I want to try, the one that Miscellaneous had that banana bandana. I feel like that was like
Runts banana, like that candy banana. I like.
Like all the ones that had banana was always like the other fruit flavors kind of dominated over the banana note. The banana note just kind of hung out in the background a little bit.
Felt like I just chewed on something that was actual fruit pulp there. That was kind of interesting.
Probably.
All right. Not bad. Not too shabby.
I think I remember that one actually having like seeds in it.
I like that.
Because it's got blueberries and
I do remember
raspberry and banana, I think.
All right. Goodbye, Thomas Mel. Goodbye.
Bye, Thomas Mel. You leaving?
Goodbye. No, the beer was a goodbye.
The brewing project, I think I've only had two or three of their products, but Beerman sent me their Resist.
Ooh.
Their milkshake IPA. That thing was fucking banging.
That
was a really good beer.
That's a style you don't see too often anymore, huh?
I haven't seen it in a while.
Except for like the mainstream ones, like Southern Tier or and theirs are real hit or miss.
Flying Monkey's got one, yeah. They're in Canada.
I see a lot of the ones like Eric has here. You get the Eau Claire, that brewery.
Eau Claire, okay. I didn't know how to pronounce that at all.
I said Eau Claire for I don't know how long.
Hello, Blue Ice. That is Iron Maiden.
Anyway, we have to do something. We have to do something for LFX. Jesus, FLX's comments right here about the strip club. We got to do something about that. All right, there we go.
RIP to a legendary program.
Shit, you could always, if you didn't want to do New Brew, you could always rotate that back in.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Specialty show.
Hello, my man. This looks like V8. I guess.
Yeah, there was a murky one that didn't look. Some of those beers look fucking atrocious. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
But they taste great.
Like that.
I've had some that look like mop water, and I'm like, this is like who wants
that kind of brown.
Yeah, I could understand drinking it out of the can and be like, oh, this is great, but when you
well, yeah, they tell you at the Alchemist to drink it out of the can because
and you pour it, and you're like, oh god, that's what that looks like.
And then you have the ones
that look the same way going out as it was going in, you know.
Yeah, the ones with the cheesecake and orange, the New York style cheesecake I had, it tasted awesome. And at first I was like, "Oh, this smells wicked good." And then after having like 2 or 3 cans, of course not in the same night, it smelled and I was like, "Dude, this kind of smells like throw up." It was like that acidic. Like,
I guess I get that when it's like
yeah, it
warm
was.
the next day and you didn't drink it all.
No. I'm not saying it was warm. I'm saying I had another can the next day.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez. Okay.
I'm like, oh wow, this kind of.
Oh yeah, that day after thing. Yeah.
See, and then the beer you got, Eric, I bought 2 cans of it, and they were different. Like, I thought one can tasted better than the other can. I only had it I think I bought it, I tried it, then I kept a can for
Weird. Well, they just felt like they were
maybe
blended
2 or
different
3
or something
weeks,
like
and then I had the other, and then I had the second one. I thought the second can was better.
that. Odd. Okay.
Just
all right.
don't sleep on them, man. If you sleep on them after
The
you
one I
have
had,
one,
it was more like it tasted. The first one I had, I got more like a green banana vibe, almost like an unripe banana. And then the one I had, like I said, 3 weeks later, I tried it again, and it had more of that sweet, like actual banana vibe to it. Because I'm not a big fan of the artificial. I don't like the runt, like banana runt flavored stuff. I'm like Laffy Taffy banana. I'm not into that.
I want to say rest in peace to Susie Steiner. She was the author of named British crime novels, and she died at the age of 51.
hey, Juicy, Juicy.
How did
Lucy.
How'd she pass away?
Polly Walnuts died the other day too.
Yeah.
Who died?
From The Sopranos. Polly Walnuts.
As long as Joey Donuts didn't die.
I can't remember his last name off the top. It starts with an S.
Joey Chestnut. What?
No. Chestnut Donuts. Yeah.
No.
So is a true crime writer?
I don't know. It's just it popped. I'm doing my search for what
James Caan died recently last week.
Untap things.
Who?
James Caan.
Yeah.
Who's James Caan?
I don't know either.
Well, a movie you probably would have seen.
Probably seen him or know him if I saw him.
Well, he was in the Godfather. He was the one that went to
Oh yeah.
on the highway, and he went through the toll
toll
booth and
booth,
got
yeah, lit him
had
up.
to shut up and murdered.
Sonny.
Alex, you might know him from being in that movie Elf. He was technically playing the father character to Will Ferrell in that movie.
Oh yeah. How did he die though?
I don't know. I think he had some condition.
I'm surprised I don't hear anything about you know what dying from you know what.
What?
You know what?
Let's not do that. BuMpY doesn't need any banners.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't say anything.
Don't say the Andrew. Appreciate you, Andrew.
Well,
Yeah. YouTube.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
that's James Caan.
Oh yeah, I've seen him before. Yeah, that's the guy that played the father. Yeah.
He's played some great thriller movies too. Holy crap! Like Neighbor or Bad Neighbor or no, wait, what was that?
What, the father?
The father of in the movie
Buddy in Elf movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yep.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love you too.
Yeah.
The father in the.
And then he says, "Get out of my office. Get out of my life."
It's an awesome movie.
I don't know what I just said there. I was trying to type in Google and I typed in the chat.
I'm actually
Ken does.
Easy love.
I'm
like
actually
hands.
surprised they didn't make an Elf too. That was a good movie.
I'm sure there are a lot of people that want one of those sequels.
Damn it, Ridge! You're making me have to. I'm trying to be a moderator here, and it keeps. Stop doing that. I'm just kidding.
What are you doing?
What do we have for time here? What do we have for time?
It's 9:15.
Throw that-
All right,
throw
I'm gonna
that
give
guy
us.
a
We got 40 more seconds to do this free for all chat. So, and
Appreciate
then
you.
Eric has a question that I think is awesome. So we'll do it.
Yeah.
So keep on chatting.
Suddenly.
You're running out of time.
Alex, I was what? No.
About to go balls deep in this bitch.
I like where your head's at, Alex.
Keep it up. keep it up. Don't worry.
That's funny.
Need to make a book out of Rick Choppers if I make good money.
Oh, man.
A little book of quotes.
Rick Jopless, the jokester.
Yeah. It'd be called the book would be called Going Over the Ridge.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Raging through the woods.
all right. You just cracked a new beer? That's cool. You should join up on my show sometime there, Josh.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and do the question and answer thing with the panel now because
All right,
Eric
let's do
actually
BuMpY.
has. It's a great title. But hey, if you use it, if you do a self-biography and yeah, you use that title, you got to pay me 5%.
No, you'd be part of the story. It'll be your book too.
I'm only going 5%.
It'll be your book too, BuMpY. What?
Yeah, 5%, and also you have to send me like beers to drink.
1,000 beers, right?
1,000.
1,000 beers.
That's three numbers. on the back of that card.
1,000 beers every year.
1,000 beers.
I would like
Well,
one.
let's get ourselves back into this kind of arrangement.
Yes, there we go. Let's hear about the question.
And then we got.
Question there. All right, we got a
Wait,
question.
I'm last.
First.
Sure. Let me wet the palate. Let me clean the palate. That's a sticky beer. I'm sure we all remember beers from breweries or breweries in general that we were really excited about drinking. They were really good, and we got another one. We went, hey, that was really good. Got another one. Hey, that was really good. Hey, that was really good. But do you remember a brewery that you used to like, and then over time you started to lose interest in them, or you started to dislike their beers? Do you remember what that brewery was? Because I can tell you, for me, initially that brewery was definitely Ballast Point. It was definitely Ballast Point. Definitely, there wasn't a whole bunch when they were big on the scene that was like Ballast Point, that was doing the kind of IPAs that they were doing, and even the stouts. And then I forget. I know their Oktoberfest was pretty lackluster, awful. And then I don't know. I just felt like either my palate's changing, or the beer world is changing, or their beers just were not really as good as I once remembered. So I stopped. I started losing interest in Ballast Point. I couldn't tell you last time. I had Ballast Point. So Ballast Point, I think, started to decline, and that was one brewery I started to dislike over time.
Cool.
Yeah, because they got that, what's it, the grapefruit sculpins like ranked really fucking high.
Mm-hmm.
But it's new days, I guess.
Then you go to their brewery and you get to try their special beer.
Yeah, they get that.
This is a great question because this is a new
stuff.
question. This is a fresh question.
Fresh questions.
Fresh question. This
I
isn't
like that.
this isn't a recycled question. This is fresh.
Oh,
Nice.
All right. So I think possibly BuMpY and Miss Lance might know my answer to this. My answer would be clown shoes.
Proclamation.
No, I love
no.
yeah, it's probably clown
Fucking
shoes.
guy.
When I first started getting into clown shoes, I really liked their stuff. And then once I started to try other IPAs and other beers from other breweries, they're just like, they're all right. I mean, I probably wouldn't pick up newer stuff. I actually did see the Crunkle Sam, but then I heard your review on it, and I was like, nah, I'm all set. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the main one I can think of, because I really did like them at first.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting Space Cake, Galactic Cake, Pineapple Space Cake, a little crispy. The Clementine Ale. I bought a Christmas pack, and like over the time they're just like subpar for their style, and I think there's just so much better beer out there. Yeah, maybe if they come out with something brand new, maybe I'll try it. But even the Crunkle Sam, if I could get like a single can of it, I'd try it. But I saw a 4-pack for $20.
If you see any stovepipes, of that shit, pick it up.
Yeah, I don't see those anymore. They actually did a whole new rebranding too,
I don't know.
which I don't like. I like their old labels better. I don't like.
Yeah.
I hate when breweries do that. They change their label and it doesn't look better than the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was stuff like Smutty Nose. Their old labels that they had were much better.
Better, yeah.
It was like natural like photographs and stuff taken of people doing things, and that became their label. And then they changed them too. But
Yeah, even like their whole background story to their beers were really cool. And I like the labels. Like I said, it had all the superheroes and stuff. And then I don't know. Like I said, you try other stuff and you start to steer away from certain breweries and beers.
Yeah.
But yep, that's my answer. Cheers, guys.
That's a common answer, I think, for a lot of people. I think clownfish is
Clownfish head, clownfish
Clownfish
head.
head.
Oh boy, there we go. There's the next merger.
Well, to be honest with you, I kind of got two. Start off with the one that I truly did like. Honestly, it wasn't due to. It was due to sale. Business sold. Funky Buddha, man. When they sold out to Constellation, the stuff that they are pushing is not as good as it used to be. They've changed recipes. They've totally scrimped. You could tell the difference between the 2019 and the 2020 big time. Like if you had them side by side, you wouldn't even think it was the same beer. And that's a shame because I really do like them. I did go there last year around this time, and I went to the brewery, and there is exclusive stuff that they don't distro that you got to go there to have. And that stuff was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but that's one thing. If you have to go there and go get it, or these people have great distro in the area, so I don't know that they got bought out and that kind of ran that out. But another one when I was more of a rookie novice, that goddamn people out of Baltimore, Dewclaw. Stay away from them.
No.
They used to make some pretty decent stuff, but that patriarchy shit is terrible.
Trash, dude.
Their sour game is off. Their stout game is off. I don't know what they're doing. They were making some really good stuff, and it's just trash, man. And I hate to talk like that, but it's true.
I agree with the Dewclaw for sure. I've had those patriarchies, and I
had a few great beers. Like the one I had recent, it was one they did some passion fruit something, and it was a sour 12-ounce can 4-pack. It was great. That was like the last good beer I've had from them. It's been a little bit. I had the big Baltimore logo on the front, but yeah, I just don't. You'd be like, I'll see it and I'd be like, oh, that sounds good, but I'd just rather spend my money on something else. It's almost like I feel like 9 times out of 10 I'm going to lose when I purchase it, so just don't buy it.
True that.
I hear you.
Don't waste your money. Hell no.
Oh, he brought clown shoes up. I had Funky Buddha on the brain, but then Dewclaw, I tell you.
Blatantly.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, cheers. That's
Thank you, Miss Lance. Oh, we got Alex.
Did you hear
I
that?
don't think there is a brewery out there that Alex doesn't.
As of right now, that's not
Let me
the
tell you something.
there has been beers I don't like sometimes if it's very rarely. Don't get me wrong, but then I drank that beer again and it tasted good because I was doing a beer review at one point. I think it was like, what's it called? What's that beer called again? I thought I was gonna like the cherry beer. It was
Cherry
for
beer?
Christmas.
Oh, the Mad Elf. The
Yeah.
Toad.
And I took the time to taste it and I liked it. So, but when I did that actual beer review, not my cup of tea. But then when I actually drank it months later, I just literally just enjoyed it. Then I liked it because it to me it tasted like nothing when I was doing the review. But when I literally tasted it, that's the only beer I had the issue with. Other than that, I do like it now, but we'll see what happens next time I drink it. Who knows? It might go back to me not liking it. Who knows? But yeah, that's the only beer as of right now I have some issues with at that moment. But hoping to try.
No breweries that you've grown, that you've parted ways from over time.
parted ways.
Yeah, that you've grown not so attached and fond of anymore.
I still like what's it called? The
450 no.
no, tell me the brewery that's near me. The one I can walk to.
Whoa. Wow.
Dr. Brew Little, I got still take BuMpY to because BuMpY.
Dr. Brew Little.
That's right. You're gonna give me a piggyback, right?
Bobby, give it up.
Woo!
Good trip. Good trip, Bobby. I'll figure it out, BuMpY. Don't worry. We'll go to that brewery. You'll enjoy it. We'll have some hoagies or get that pork roll cheese hoagie or any other hoagie.
You gotta have some brewery that you've had beers from, Alex, where you just didn't like it.
Like that you used to love, and then you all of a sudden you don't.
Anheuser-Busch. Cool.
I can't think of anything offhand, but if I ever do remember sometime in the future.
I never see you drinking any Founders anymore.
Oh, I still do that. I still drink my Founders. But you know, I've been hunting down other beers right now. You know what I mean? Oh, Founders still delicious, but I've been hunting down new beers. You know, like this beer right here.
Are they?
Yes. So I mean,
What about Yingling?
Yingling, I drink Yingling. Yingling, I don't have a problem with. That's a very good beer to clean out the palate.
Yeah.
Great flavor.
Well, you think the quality of that shit fell out for sure. You ain't lying.
Great flavor to me, but I like a Stella beer.
Artois?
Yes, that's a great beer.
Opposite.
You can get a glass.
You're the polar opposite of that, Alan.
Yes, you can get glass from them. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and you buy a glass from them, and then you buy like
I never forget
10
the
bottles of water.
I forget the good ones. It's always the really
I
crappy
can't hear.
ones.
What'd you say, BuMpY?
So you buy a glass from them, you get the gold rimmed glass from Stella Artois, and then you buy like 10 bottles of water. Purchase of getting a glass to go.
Yeah, the glass with the
people that have bad drinking water.
With the golden brim, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Andrew, I'm not mad. I gotta play with you, my friend. You're my brother. You're like a buddy of mine. But
All right, well, thank you, Alex.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna move on to Beer Man to let us.
Yeah,
know.
Beer Man. Let's hear what you guys say.
So man, what brewery did you once like that all of a sudden you started finding that you don't really care for much anymore?
Yeah, the main one. There's actually two of them, but the main one is Hop Valley over here in you think Eugene. You've had one of them. You had the 12-pack once.
I bought that 12-pack, yeah.
Not impressed at all. I was pissed off. I spent the money on.
Yeah, at first they were good. At first they were good to me. We went to the fair, the beer fest over here, and they had their booth, and I tried their stuff, and I was all, yeah, that's really good. It was fresh. Obviously, they brought their fresh as shit, and it was really good. And then you start drinking it, and you're like, what? I think it's like grocery distro, freaking bringing in old crap. But also, they just started getting bad as they went grocery. It's like as they went bigger batches. And then Kazi's another one. My wife loves their oatmeal stout, but they took the vanilla out, so now she doesn't like them as much. You know, it's like there's all these things. I don't know if it's just the increase in prices for things or what.
Well, you need to talk to the owner here, man, and tell him.
Well, no, it's the commercial. It's the commercial.
Go in there and tell, you know, whatever you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Where's the owner?
Call them up and hey, let me tell you something.
Well, it's the commercialization, as you guys know, of things. You know, it's as they get bigger, they get worse. There's not as much attention put into these beers. They're not small batch anymore. A lot of them are going into specialty beers where they're collabing and doing like these nice dark beers or nice porters or nice IPAs, and they're getting them out quick. They're small batches and they're pumping them out quick, and you only have up to like 200 to buy in the whole country. Wow. You know, and it's like, and that's where the good stuff is, you know, and that company sucks now, dude. Hop Valley sucks.
Hey,
so
Beer Man. Hey, Beer Man. I really
Hop Valley.
I hope Modified Brewing stays local. I hope it stays local because I don't want to be nasty. Yeah, Magnify.
Yeah, Magnify. Yeah, we get them here in New Hampshire.
Right, but it's still in the city, so I'm hoping it stays
right.
local.
Yeah, it's not out west yet.
I'd like to get that beer that you got, Alex.
Nice.
Yes, please get it if you can.
Appreciate you, Beer Man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm gonna bring myself up. I'm gonna answer this damn question. This damn question is gonna be. Also, I gotta throw in two breweries.
Don't say smutty now.
I am gonna first one. I'm gonna say Smutty Nose,
I guess that. Wow.
but the reason why it's not like it wasn't my first choice. If I could only do one, I'd do the one I'm gonna come up on. But Smutty Nose used to put out some like fantastic beers. They had like the crafty of the craft, the great labels, like you mentioned kind of earlier.
They had good bomber bottle.
They had the bomber bottles, but they were doing like styles like the even if Anelli was here tonight, then he could let you know how accurate this is. They had like barley wines, the wee heavy.
Oh, yeah.
John and I drank a wee, not a wee heavy. They did have a wee heavy too, but it was a wheat wine, from 2000. I think it was 2015 that this bottle was from. That we both had a bottle, and just fantastic, excellent, world class wheat wine. It was well aged because we just had it this past year. Uh, that they had sitting there, at the brewery. That was the stuff they used to put out. All that great stuff, robust porters, barley wines, the West Coast Commons, um, or steam ale, whatever you want to call it. Just great styles, imperial stouts. And then they started they had their baseline, which was good, like their finest kind IPA, pilsners and things like that. They were all good, you know. But that's that store shelfy stuff, that they ship out. You find them in the grocery stores. They're still decent. They got now the thing was that they were owned by the people that own the Portsmouth Brewery. So the people that own the Portsmouth Brewery also own Smutty Nose. It's the New Hampshire's longest running craft brewery. Doesn't mean it's the oldest. There was craft breweries before Smutty Nose, but they're the longest running. They're the ones that have stayed up. I think it's like 29 years now, 28 years, something like that. They've been in operation. They did sell. The owners of Portsmouth Brewery sold the rights to Smutty Nose. A bank purchased them, and then whoever bought it from the bank now runs it. And they kind of cut down on making the stuff that was more crafty. They stuck to making the stuff that was selling the most, which is definitely the supermarket stuff, right? Because most beer consumers, you got your highest beer consumers, not somebody that's going to a craft beer shop. Maybe they're not used to some of these other styles, and they're just going to stick to their pilsners. Maybe they do like an IPA, but they only like this IPA. That's what they stick to. You get the people that are just kind of stuck on being safe. They're not adventurous. They're not going to venture out. They might find something else. And that's kind of what they put out now. But that's why like Smutty Nose wouldn't be my first on this question, because they still put out like the finest kind IPA, the Boulder Bold Pilsner, what the hell it's called. They still have decent beers that they put out. Those beers haven't changed. They just stopped making the other stuff that was like, holy shit, this is craft. They just kind of cut back on that. They still make crafty beers, but they're kind of failing at though.
There's so many of them that they
put
do
out
in the
like
series, right?
weird ass things that it's like they're cutting costs and hey, let's try to put out something that's new and weird, but let's not put a ton of money into it type deal. It's what it kind of seems like, anyways. But yeah, my number one brewery for this question, Tanner nailed it. Clown Shoes.
Yeah, man.
I love Clown Shoes back in the day when they were in Ipswich, Massachusetts. Their Space Cake IPA used to actually taste like fucking cupcakes. It was an IPA, but it tasted like cupcakes. It was crazy. It was so good. They had a lot of great brews out there. Tons of great barley wines. One of them being Crunkle Sam. So as they bounced around, because they were a gypsy brewery, they bounced around. They went down to Two Roads, down in Connecticut. Now they're operational out of the Harpoon Brewery's
They're owned
location.
by those guys now. Yeah.
Yeah, and their beer has just gone dramatically downhill. Um, they brought back Crunkle Sam. They put it in bourbon barrels even, and this beer is horrible. I have a few cans left in my fridge. Absolutely horrible. There's nothing that screams barley. It screams nothing. It's almost flavorless, except it's got like some alcohol notes to it. It's like, oh yeah, there's something in there that reminds me of a barrel, but it's just horrendous. And Crunkle Sam was one of my ones. I was like, wow, I was super psyched. I had that beer and I was like, wow. And I think this was back in like 2014. Loved it. And then they took it off the market. They said we're not making this anymore. And then they brought it back, but they have not brewed it like it used to be. Totally changed. Clown Shoes has like, man, their laces have come
Crunkle Sam I had was a 2020. 2020, I think. Is
Yeah.
when I had it. It's been a couple years.
It probably wasn't as good as the 2014 that I had.
Well, that was like the primo time frame for them. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they were. That was when they were still in Ipswich.
And so many of these breweries were doing really good bomber bottles. You could pick up a really good
That was the
bomber
bomber bottles and stuff. Yeah, they're doing the billionaire. It was just So Clown Shoes.
Billionaire was
Clown Shoes. I'm
Bomber.
I'm like at the point now because I spent so much money on when I saw the Crunkle Sam. They're in 12-ounce cans and they're barrel aged, bourbon barrel aged.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh yes, I'm gonna love this, and I absolutely hate it. And I spent money on it, money that
the worst part.
is well beyond what the beer is worth. And I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And so now I'm finally. I think I got that last nail in the coffin for Clown Shoes. I think I am totally going to avoid Clown Shoes from here on out, which is a shame because what if they turn around and start making better beer? Maybe they watch this. They probably won't, but maybe somebody sees it, and this is going to get out. Hey, Clown Shoes is dragging dog ass across your carpet.
Pretty much. I would agree with that.
Don't bring that dog home.
That's a
I
good
will
one.
agree with you.
Andrew, you're a trip. Keep it up.
But hey, we've gone on long enough with this. We're gonna go and everybody, if you want to just go around, however you want to go around, give your scores, last thoughts on your beer, and also give any promos and any shout outs. But let's not try to interrupt if anybody is talking, unless it's something that maybe they deserve it.
Well, I'm going to have to say this beer was pretty darn tasty. Other than exploding like a rocket, it was very tasty. It tasted like raspberry creaminess. That was delicious. I'm going to give this beer. Tastes like a bomb pop. It did taste like one. I'm very happy for it, and it's the exact color too to the bottom one, which is the raspberry. So I'm happy for that. So I'm going to give the beer a 96. Good stuff. Good stuff. 96 it is. And please, if you can get it, well, I don't need to say BuMpy because I think Legendary BuMpy and Legendary Eric at this moment, I believe, can get this brewery because the Legendary BuMpy has said. So if anybody else that can get it, please do. It is a very tasty beer. Hoping every year they'll make this and they'll do the white color, the white flavor, and then they'll do the cherry flavor. I think that will be amazing if they do that every year. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But 96 it is. Please get it. Let me know what you think of it. And that is that on that one. So happy it had the exact color, though. I'm very proud of that. Awesome beans. Thank you. Magnify. Yeah. Magnify. Thank you for that beer. Continue to make delicious beer. So shout outs. I think I spelled that. I think I said that right. Magnify. Yeah. I keep saying modify. Magnify. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. I thought it was always modified because it had an F in it. I don't know. Shout outs. It'll be Food Friday. We're going to be having some s'mores. S'mores and some beer. I'm going to try to get a stout. If not, it doesn't matter. I'll just drink any beer. So around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Food Friday, s'mores. Enjoy it. And then Thursday night, I've changed my time. It'll be around 10 o'clock. Alex and friends, and enjoy, please. Because it's much easier for all you to join.
Yeah.
So appreciate you. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure more people will join as the night progresses, but I'm just saying my main people, which is you guys, it's kind of hard, because I start around 11:30. So yeah, so 10 o'clock starts the show. Enjoy. Appreciate it. Oh, don't forget the nose on. Don't forget Rick Joplis. Get the Rick Joplis channel. Look that up.
Yeah.
Get your nose on. Go to John and Nellie's channel. Watch his beer reviews. Whenever Stout Sunday happens to be, it'll happen. I'm actually surprised I saw Johnny Boy on Stout Sunday the other day, which was yesterday. I tell you, he's very slick, that guy. I love him, but he's pretty he's on your toes. So, but once Johnny Boy gets his stouts going on again.
Johnny Boy's like a greased up coal.
Once Johnny Boy gets his stout stuff on again, I'll start shouting out again. But I will still shout his channel out. So go look up John and Nellie, known as Georgia Beer Reviews, and enjoy his beer reviews because he's been doing that. So I think that's it for my shout outs. Appreciate you and cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.
So I guess I'm gonna go before I forget. I poured a second can of this, right? I do like the second can better than the first one. Was actually getting like a candied melon, like a bubblegum sweetness, and mango. As far as any additional flavor notes, but I was gonna give it like an 89 because I thought it's kind of more on like the dogfish side of IPAs, but after having the second can, I think they did a really good job with Trillium as far as making a good hazy IPA that's not too thick and New England style. So it's kind of like a clash between like West Coast Dogfish, Trillium, New England. So I'm going to give it like a 93. I think it's actually pretty good. Honestly, I'd probably buy it again, even at that $16 range. So yeah, 93 for the beer, the True Action IPA.
Hell yeah.
And as far as shout outs, Wednesday, we're going to be doing a brewery review. We're going to be doing Equilibrium, like BuMpY said earlier. Thank you for that earlier, BuMpY. And yeah, if we can get like Ridge and possibly anybody else who can get Equilibrium on the panel, bring one of their beers, pretty much do a review on their beer, on the beer that you have. It could be something that maybe you're revisiting or something new to you. So each of the panel members will review what they got, and then we go over like pricing, availability, distribution, possibly like what they got at the brewery as far as like merch, food. I like to see pictures. One thing I've always said about like brewery reviews is pictures are good because let's say me and my girlfriend want to go on vacation somewhere. We want to know what it looks like inside. So it's definitely a good key point when it comes to breweries. And yeah, so each of the panel members will, after going over all that, each of the panel members will give a rating for the brewery. And then we'll average everyone's ratings out, and that'll be a rating for the show. Saturday, I do my rate that beer. So the brewery review is 9 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. And Saturday, rate that beer is 8 p.m. Eastern time. Bring whatever beer you want. Could be a revisit. whatever, just hop on the panel, do a beer review. And shout outs for other people. I'll shout out Josh, Last Beer Bowl Discussions. He said it might be his last episode. I have a feeling it's not going to be his last episode.
Why is he saying that?
Because he's Josh.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's lying.
Yeah, go check out his channel. Hopefully he starts to do more beer reviews. He has done a couple pop-up beer reviews, and he does a great job reviewing beers. I think he should get more into it, and he definitely deserves some more subscribers because he is a really good beer reviewer. So go check that guy out. Also check out FLH Beer Reviews with Dan and Mike. Also two really cool guys. They do a great job, and they're also very entertaining. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. And thanks for having me tonight, BuMpY. Cheers, guys.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
If I got a board, I would.
Ooh, what?
My turn? My turn? I'll go. Sure, fine. Great, grand. Smofy. Smoothie is, well, I think this of all of the heavily fruited sours. Yeah, this is not a beer that you go, I bet you it's going to change and evolve as it warms, and it's going to be a pleasant experience. No, not a very pleasant experience at this point where it's warmed. Finish the can. No, not as great of an experience. I wasn't ready for the fact that it had small, I don't know if they're seeds of the different fruits that are in there, but that was a really nice touch to give it an extra added texture and something that you're slightly chewing down on, which was actually kind of nice. Again, I don't know if I'm probably going to continue to buy here and there some of these heavily fruited sours, see what my opinion really is and how it changes over time, because I don't think they're bad beers in general. I just don't, I don't know. Me personally, I kind of prefer more of I don't know how to describe it, a traditional liquidy sense of a beer, I guess, as opposed to blender drinks from 7-Eleven. But this one was not so bad. Again, I liked the actual fruit pieces in there to give you the fruit flavor. Is this the best one I've had? That Brains one that I had the other day that I bought and tried with my buddy, I think it was the banana, was like a banana strawberry or something like that. That was really good. Not as good as that, but I'll give the Smofy give it a 93 for what it is. It is very, very, very nice. If you like bananas kind of holding everything together, it had a little bit of a bubblegummy flavor, and then all the other fruits with the fruit pieces were kind of nice, and it coats the glass really well, and it certainly doesn't have any alcohol flavors to speak of. So at 6.94, calling that an imperial sour, that must be what they're classifying as at the high end of what we do. It's imperial for this style. So 93, and if you want to drink some more wines, beers, or spirits, come to the Thomas Meadows 75 channel of YouTube on a time frame of 7:30 Eastern time. That is for the Wild Card Wednesday. Again, just bring a beer, wine, spirit. Let's have some fun. All I ask is you're not a douche, and the link will I'll have my email address during the stream, and if you want to join during stream, just email me, and I will periodically watch in the email and give you a link if you want to join. So 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays, and Thursdays is generally Bourbon Bounty. I think you might be doing some giveaways for bourbon-related memorabilia, merchandise, and maybe some products themselves. Stay tuned to the Bourbon Bounty channel of YouTube. Cheers to all.
You know what I would think would be fun? Well, this is totally going to give away an awesome idea. But I think that we should go some night. We should rent out the Lizzie Borden house.
Whoa.
And, we could do a night of spirits.
You want to go somewhere that's
and we could drink.
Hold on.
I'm so there, dude. I am so there. That would be so fun.
I would like to join. I know about the Lizzie Borden stuff.
Wow.
With the Ouija board.
I would love to join that. That's important.
From Perry State.
Be drunk and ghost hunting. It'd be great.
That's important.
Drunk and ghost hunting, yeah.
That's in Boston, right?
Did you hear that? Yeah, how's my bowel?
South of Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go there. Hey, BuMpy, I think we should go there. I should have went there when I was in Massachusetts. I should have. I totally forgot about that.
That would have been almost 2.5 hours away.
I know, but BuMpy would have taken us because he would understand.
Maybe two, maybe
He
two.
would know that I love my history. He would know.
But next to a red.
I'd be running the other way though.
Well, cheers. Thank you for having me, BuMpy Road.
Well, thanks for being here.
I'll be here in outer space.
I can't keep track of who's already gone, who hasn't gone.
I've
I
already
guess
gone.
I gotta go. Shout outs for me Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna actually run the show. Sorry, I worked a lot last week and I was tired. Other than that, let's get to the beer first. Lions 25 Stare. This is a pretty good product, even though it's 4 months out. It's definitely still drinkable. It really didn't taste funky, no real off flavors or anything like that. I would have really loved to try this fresh. If only you guys could see what's going on in the private chat. Boggle your mind. This is good. It's not bad. Honestly, for 8.5%, it kind of felt like drinking a pale ale. You know, wasn't super heavy. Still, it's like Burlington's pale ale. You know what I mean? How they got some heft to them, and they're a little weighty, and they seems like you're drinking a bigger beer. This was good. I'd put it at a 92, as this can sits at 4 months of age. So if you had this fresh, probably much better. That being said, yeah, Thursday, Inebriated Thoughts. I'm going to have a smaller panel. I might reach out to some people, and it's not going to be a beer review show, more of a live podcast type of style thing where we're going to hit some key points on some brewing and get some genuine opinions from people. Don't be afraid to come voice your opinion. But like I said, no, probably not going to put the link in the chat. It's going to be more kind of like an exclusive type of thing where I can rotate people in and out. That way we're not beating the same dead horse every week. You know what I mean? Which is not my intentions anyways. I'd like to keep like this in my rotation of things that I do. Spontaneous, different. You never know what's going to happen. It's going to be Thursday night beer session, open panel, beer share, inebriated thoughts, power hour. You never know. I like to switch it up. That way it's not all me. I get the community involved. I get the boys involved. I get other people, other beer tubers involved. So that's good. That'll be Thursday at 8. Other than that, go check out Leprechaun TV. Thursdays at 9, right after my show for the hot seat. Barbecue banner, interviews, restaurant stories, recipe swaps, the whole deal. He's got a good community. And go check out Joey Edibles. Just got monetized. Good for him. I'm seeing he's been busy doing a bunch of interviews. So that's good.
How long is it on YouTube, Andrew? How long is Joey Edibles?
You can go to his channel and hit his About page, and it'll tell you exactly when he started.
Well, obviously the video part starts on my channel, obviously in 2019, but the actual account, it did start.
Okay. We'll check that out later, Alex. We'll have to play Columbo.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Andrew. Other boy.
Yeah, that's it.
That's your bitch.
I totally lost the S in that.
Andrew's gonna flip.
Just don't tell you after. It's all good. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Thank you, Mr.
Lane. Who's next? I'll go. Hey, I'll go, man. Hey, this beer from Via. This was a decent American style IPA. It was neither west or east. It was just that classic American feel with a nice southern hemispheric, like atmospheric kind of hoppiness. Yeah. No, I don't know. It just was. It wasn't. I didn't really notice the difference on anything. It was just kind of your classic IPA, clear beer, crisp, nice. Actually good cold, very good cold, and good on a hot day. It's very hot in my room right now. I would give it a 90 out of 100. I would go 90. We'd keep it at a A minus. Yeah. So shout outs Tuesday, beer and cheese. Tomorrow I got 3 beers, 3 cheeses. Couldn't find any cheese curds, but we got cheese curds, Romano, and anything creamy, anything. And then paired up with a Belgian dark strong, a Scottish lighter heavy, anywhere 60, 70, 80 export. Just don't go wheat or scotch.
Scotch.
Any porter will do. Don't matter if it's English, American, Belgian, whatever the hell they got going on. Just bring it. And that'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern, like always. And then Wednesday will be a Fire Marshal Bill game. So
Orders, Scott, and what? Anything Imperial, right?
No, that was last week's. So this one's Belgian dark strong, Scottish light or heavy, meaning 60 to 80-ish export, just not a wee scotch or any porter. Any porter can be anything. It can even be an imperial porter if you want. I don't care. Just anything.
So nothing. So no 90 shilling to 120 shilling, which would be a wee heavy.
Yeah, that's kind of pushing it. Maybe go just on the export line if you're gonna go on the heavier side, which is like an 80.
Yeah.
You could bring a 90.
So something like 60 to 80.
The 90 from Colorado's brewery would be acceptable.
Okay.
That's kind of pushing the.
But some of them at 90, they call them wee heavies.
Yeah, it's kind of getting on the edge there. Yeah, so probably 80 and under. But yeah, so and then a Fire Marshal Bill theme beer. I don't care if it says fire on the can. I don't care if you bring a Hellas. I don't care if you whatever the hell you bring that has something to do with fire, extinguishing the fire. If it has a picture of the dude on your can, bring it. 6
Fire Bill.
Do I look good?
What is it called again? Fire Bill Marshall or Bill Marshall?
Fire Marshal Bill from In Living Color, the old school comedic hour that they had, the series or
Fire Bill
comedy
Marshall
thing.
Jim
Carrey, yes.
Carrey.
Yes. And that is because he retired, so I figured I'd go with that because I like Jim Carrey quite a bit.
I forgot to do that one. So I'm sorry.
He's a good dude.
Real good dude. I like him. He's funny. So bring that, and that's really all I have for you.
I got a question for it though. So you're doing Fire Marshal Bill, right? But is it more just like Jim Carrey, or is it more like bring something Fire Marshal Bill?
Fire Marshal Bill.
So let's just say I can't bring like God Loves Ugly.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Because Jim Carrey did that thing with God.
His character, let's put it that way, Fire Marshal Bill.
Okay.
That Fire Marshal Bill character, or anything that has to do with fire stations or fire, extinguishing a fire, or anything, hot. Even a hot beer, a spicy beer, Yeah, man, yeah. So that, and I'm trying to think. I'm gonna shout out that Metal Guy 1983. He's a good dude. Go check out his channel. Cheers, guys. Thank you, BuMpY, man. Right on.
Cheers.
Metrobation.
Metrobation?
That's what it is without the S.
Is that what you do in the subway station?
Masturbate. That's what you do.
Metrobation?
You're on your masturbate.
Appreciate you. No.
Time to make the donuts. Oh boy. Hey, I think that's me. It's me, right?
Yep. That's you.
Hey, it's me. Mario. YouTube automatically bans this. You gotta pay the plumber. Yeah. So for the Smog City Brewing Company out of California, and their collaboration with the meadery out of here in New Hampshire, the Moonlight Meadery. Buzzworthy Imperial Honey Stout. It's also bourbon barrel aged. From me, I scored it. I showed you my score earlier. I flashed it real quick just so you could see that, hey, I scored it. And then I actually put it in a calculator, came up with a score 43 out of 50, which lends us as a very good beer for me. The aromas were awesome. The flavors were decent, but I prefer, I was hoping for more of that kind of aromatic sweetness to come through in the flavors. It didn't, but it still worked. It was still a decent mix. The mead didn't really come through in the flavors. It came through more in the aromas. Yeah, body, I was expecting a little bit of a thicker body, stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. So basically that would equal out to like an 86 out of 100 if you're looking at it out of 100 score. On Untapped, out of 2,070 ratings, it scored a 4.06, which is a bit lower than what I scored it at. So I favored this beer just a little bit more. Yeah, other than that, my promos, 50-point inspection videos, I put them out on
Can I get you one question
Fridays.
about that beer?
What's that?
Do you think your score was better due to it's a cuvee in a bottle?
It is a cuvee, kind of. I think I was just so overwhelmed by the aromatics on it. That
I mean, to drag it out, it's
yeah. I mean, because realistically, when it comes down to like taste and stuff like that, I think that's what most people end up kind of latching onto because it's the last thing you're really doing.
I mean, technically, that's a braggot, right? No type of thing. It's mixed with mead, but it is.
Yeah,
but it's not.
yeah. It's kind of, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's sort of a braggot, depending on how much honey was used in it. In ratio, I know they said 600 pounds. But what's the ratio of what they were doing for a whole batch? Yeah. 50-point inspection videos on Wednesdays, Fridays. I put those out. Next Monday should be another new brew, 8 p.m. Nice. Eastern time. Bring a beer that you've never had before. Join up on panel. It goes like this, it's do a beer review basically on the beer that you're bringing, the new brew that you're bringing. Little chit chat, a little free for all, and then a little question and answer for the panel. If anybody brings a question along, either myself, another panel member like tonight with Eric. Cheers to Eric. Thank you for that question tonight. Or somebody out of the chat. If you guys want to throw out a question and we catch it in the chat and nobody else has anything going up or yours is more exciting, your question may end up as part of the show. So this is not a we're not like doing the show as like, hey, we're rehearsing and this is how it's going to go. This is all just live reaction stuff. So you want to change the show, bring an interesting question, for God's sakes. Other than that, yeah, shout out to everybody here on this panel tonight. They all have their own channels going. So check each and every one of them out. Find some of them have multiple shows. Find shows that you like. Find their own stuff that they do when they're not live. Watch their videos. You got Josh Last Beer in the chat. Check out his channel. He's kind of wishy-washy as whether or not he's going to continue on with his beer bowl discussions or not. I think he should, but it's his own decision whether or not he does. Maybe he'll think of another idea and start up something else. I've gone through multiple live streams. I got different shows that I've come up with because sometimes they just don't work. You're kind of not feeling them. You want to change something. And sometimes it's changing the whole point of the show to change something.
True that.
So, yeah. Good. Cheers to everybody that was in the chat tonight. Ridgeopolis, check his channel out. Get a nose on our beer reviews. Reg, great guy. He's a great guy. Beerman, Justin Kobe, thank you for stopping by as well. Ronald Sutton was here. Cheers to Ronald Sutton. Luke John, beer reviews. I just subbed up to your channel, so I should start
Come on.
watching your stuff here shortly. So cheers to you. Thanks for popping in tonight as well. Finru, cheers to you, Mark. Thank you so much for stopping in each week, just giving us some commentary and watching for as long as you can. I know you're on the opposite side of the world and it's winter time. I don't know, man. I'm just a snowman. I say that to myself every morning. I don't know what it means. Imperfectly, me crafts. Cheers to Mallory and Chew. Thank you for watching. You guys putting out some great content out there. Keep up the brewery things. That's something that I always wanted to do. Something that I enjoy watching. I just don't have the cojones to go out there and like actually set up shop in a brewery and show stuff and do things. I'm one of those ones that's like I'm self-conscious, and when people are looking at me in public, I'm kind of like, I'm not doing this. I can't do it.
The world's a stage. You better
So
perform.
that's cool that you guys can do that. Appreciate it because we all enjoy those types of things. Checking out the breweries. SBG Shipbird Gaming. Cheers to you. Thank you so much. Check out his channel as well. Different things that he's got going on his channel with the gaming. There's a little bit of gaming, but he also does beer reviews. He does some very funny kind of like characterized things that he'll do with a beer thing. He'll get into character and he'll do like split screen stuff. It's pretty cool. Plus he does his live streams a lot. Every day he says he does a live stream. Builds. What's he build? Knives.
He forges.
Knives, yeah.
Yeah, forges.
Bang, 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 bang.
See, so everybody here knows. So SBG, check them out.
Forging.
FLX, yeah, check them out as well. Great teamwork they do with putting out beer topics, beer reviews. Thrash Life, he's doing a lot with his horses, stuff on the farm. He also does barbecuing, home brewing, everything in between. So check out Thrash Life. Just cheers to everybody. I can't go through everything.
You can't go through everything.
Hello, but we're gonna end this right now. Alex, you know what to do. Take us out.
Hell yeah! All right, this is the Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. This is Alex Beer Master signing out. Cheers, everybody.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.